Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. I love Target. I love shopping at Target. I love just to walk around in Target. I even worked at Target where I pretty much ate Target Pizza Hut for about a year. And I've done a lot of grocery stores, supermarket videos, and I never thought to do a food video about Target until I ran into this one. Let me show you. This is a Super Target, and I've been to Super Targets before. I've never seen a Target with a full deli section before. Look at this, there's pizza, there's beef and black bean chilies, there's cheeseburger, tortillas. So these are basically meals in a bag. There's ravioli, there's lasagna. Look at all this stuff. There's shepherd's pie. They sell Panera soups, all sorts of deli meats, sandwiches, wraps. There's salads, there's sushi, there's dumplings. Roast chicken, of course. Oh, $6.99, not too bad. Fresh chicken, guaranteed in stock 4 to 7 p.m. Where am I? There's cold cuts, cheeses. Oh, look at this. Cakes, freshly baked cakes. They bake cakes and breads back there. Oh, there's donuts too. Okay, I've been in countless Targets. I have never seen one like this before. I love shepherd's pie. Whoa, Good and Gather brownie batter dessert hummus. Yeah. Grab the roast chicken. There's some sauces over here. Honey Racha sauce. Hot buffalo sauce. Let's go one of each. Of course, Good and Gather is Target's personal food brand. Let's go check out the frozen foods aisle. Look at this. Good and Gather beef and jalapeno mini empanadas. There's spicy pork pot stickers. There's spring rolls. There's pork buns. I'll try a Good and Gather pork bun. There's crab rangoons and cream cheese wontons. What's the difference? Oh, so this has crab and this has nothing. Ooh, lobster mac and cheese bites. Good and Gather mushroom and truffle pizza. This looks good. Oh, wow. Target brand soup dumplings. Well, that's dinner and probably breakfast and lunch tomorrow.
A few moments later.
Never had a rotisserie chicken from Target before. This thing comes piping hot, about the same size as a Costco chicken. I think a couple dollars in price difference. It breaks apart very easily. This is a really, really tender chicken. You can see a lot of spices and seasoning, especially under the wing. It smells really good. This is delicious. Wow. They seasoned this very, very well. This 100% tastes way better than a Costco roast chicken. This thing is really tender and juicy. The spices, I taste a little garlic. I taste a little bit of sweetness. I don't know what spices they added to this, but for a grocery store rotisserie chicken, this is very, very good. I mean, I like the Costco rotisserie chicken, but the flavor is a bit one-dimensional. This is a really flavorful rotisserie chicken. You taste a bit of smoke, a subtle sweetness. Yeah, this is great. And I got a couple different sauces. Let's try the Honey Racha. And this is obviously not from Target. This is Heinz. Smells like sweet and sour sauce. Dunk a drumstick in there. Sweet, sour, and spicy. Wow, really spicy. This is actually pretty awesome. I like the fact that they sell these little cups of sauces for about 50 cents. So if you do pick up a rotisserie chicken, you get to change the flavor up a bit. This is actually very clever of Target because I feel like my biggest thing with the rotisserie chicken at Costco, I mean, I love it, it's really good, but after eating that for a day, the flavors does get a little boring. So Target putting their rotisserie chicken next to little cups of sauces, that's a smart move. So this is hot buffalo. That's not bad. I think I like the first sauce better because the hot buffalo, I feel like this is more for fried chicken. Still, pretty tasty. Next up, this is really interesting. This is their take-home meals. And this one, I got shepherd's pie. It says it takes 15 minutes to prepare and it's 4 servings. Inside this bag, sliced carrots, 2 cans of sliced carrots, Campbell's tomato soup. There is a bottle of Dijon mustard. This is the ground beef. Pretty lean ground beef. 16 ounces of that. Oh, look at this. Good and Gather mashed potatoes. So cooking instructions, fairly simple instructions. Pan on medium high, add ground beef, cook, stir, break apart, and then use the microwave for the mashed potatoes. Finally, add the sauce. And you can either bake it or not. So I guess if you don't bake it, it takes 15 minutes to prepare. If you do decide to bake it, it's gonna take at least 30. So I didn't bake this. I just cooked this based on the 15-minute directions it had on the front. And it looks pretty much like what they have in the photo here. It looks like beef and carrots and tomato sauce with mashed potatoes on top. I mean, it's missing peas and onions and garlic and some herbs, and I'm sure baking this would have been a lot better. I don't actually have a baking pan here, so couldn't really bake it. But if you follow their directions, yeah, it took about 15 minutes to cook this, and honestly, for a 15-minute shepherd's pie, not too shabby. I mean, carrots, good, potatoes, good, meat, good. It's nice and thick and saucy, very meaty. It's really not a bad dish. It may not look like the most beautiful shepherd's pie. That tastes pretty good to me. Not a shabby dinner for 15 minutes of work. And for dessert, brownie batter dessert hummus. I've never seen something like this before. So it's a bunch of pretzels and it's dessert hummus. So it's chickpeas, cocoa powder, and brown sugar. This is legendary. I did not know hummus like this existed. It's chocolatey. The chickpeas are delicious. It actually tastes like brownie batter. Yeah. If you give this to me, you just told me this is brownie batter, that's all this was, I will not question you. It's rich, it's super chocolatey with a hint of chocolatey bitterness. So good, dipped with a pretzel. I don't know how good this is for you, but I'm sure it's better than dipping a pretzel into actual brownie batter. This is legit, super delicious dessert. All right, for dinner, I got my chicken, I got my shepherd's pie. I got this pretty solid first meal from Super Target. All right, gonna eat and see you for breakfast.
The next day.
Good morning. Let's cook some breakfast. The food I'm really excited about, these pork soup dumplings. So soup dumplings seems to be popping up everywhere. Trader Joe's has them, Costco had them, and now Target has their own soup dumplings. What? And these, of course, I'm gonna put into a steam basket. What's interesting is that the Target pork buns only has microwave instructions on the back. These look like steam buns. I think I'm gonna put them in the steamer as well. Dumplings only took about 8 minutes to cook. Came out nice and plump. Looks like it's got a good amount of juice inside. Dunk it in little hot oil and vinegar. Oh, the skin is a little thick. Yeah, not a bad amount of juice inside. Not as much as I initially thought it had. So as you can see, the skin of the soup dumplings a little thick. Let's dunk it in some hot oil and vinegar. Holy moly. This is a mediocre soup dumpling. Even the soup itself, not particularly porky. The skin is way too thick. When you put that whole dumpling in your mouth, all I taste is dough. You don't really even taste much of the filling. Like, man, I see the filling, just can't taste it. It kind of completely breaks apart, not in a good way. There's barely any chew. Because for me, a soup dumpling, I want to taste the pork. I want to taste the meat. This, you really don't taste much of anything. The soup really has no flavor, it has no depth. I mean, comparing this to the soup dumpling you get at Trader Joe's or Costco, there is no comparison. I was actually really excited about this because up until now, supermarket soup dumplings were pretty darn good. But these soup dumplings from Target are so bad, my taste buds filed a complaint. Yeah, they definitely missed a target on this one. Pork buns with sweet barbecue sauce and seasoned with garlic and onions. I don't know why when I read the description, pork buns with sweet barbecue sauce, I was expecting a barbecue pork bun, but it's not a barbecue pork bun at all. Wow. It's okay. It's like a typical Target product. It's not bad, it's not great. It doesn't look like a typical cha cha bao, but it does have that kind of flavor, but not as sweet and flavorful. The bun itself is pretty good. It's nice and bouncy, it's airy, it's light. I do like the bun itself. Inside the filling does get a little mushy. I feel like it's similar pork to the soup dumpling with a bit more texture. It's okay, maybe a 6 out of 10. Next up, spicy pork pot stickers. And let's pop the crab rangoons into the air fryer. I'm excited about this. I think this is gonna be good. I have hopes, even after those soup dumplings. The pot stickers cooked up really quickly, about 5 minutes. Wow. Unlike the soup dumpling, this skin is very thin. You see all the juice inside these pot stickers? So it's spicy, it's a little crunchy from the cabbage with a hint of sweetness. This is good. Wow. This thing is just bursting with juice. I mean, everything about this is delicious. Like I said, the skin is thin, the filling's yummy, the crunch from the cabbage is very nice. Usually I don't want anything sweet in my dumplings, but these are Korean pot stickers, so that's pretty on brand. And it's not overly sweet at all. Tons of good flavors, great umami from the dumpling filling. The ratio of dumpling wrapper to filling is perfect. How fast that thin wrapper melts in your mouth is awesome. Yeah, this is a solid pot sticker. I mean, this thing just tastes so different than the soup dumplings. I don't know what happened here. I mean, if these two food items were Netflix shows, this will be Cobra Kai, and this will be the Netflix buffering screen. Also, the crab rangoons are done. Came out nice and toasty. Looks like it came with a sweet and spicy dipping sauce too. That's good. I like this. These are really crabby crab rangoons. That's some good stuff. The wonton wrapper on the outside, nice and toasty. I love the cream cheese. I love the fact that you can actually taste crab in here. And not just imitation crab, I taste crab. The dipping sauce, you see all those chili flakes in there? It's sweet, it's really spicy. Oh yeah, this is what crab rangoon should taste like at all Chinese restaurants. That's freaking delicious. One last thing I cooked up is this mushroom and truffle flavored oil pizza. I've been wanting to try this for a while. It takes about 11 minutes to cook. The cheese came out nice and toasty, and it smells really good. On top, you can see some onions, some mushrooms. Woo. 10 out of 10. Oh my gosh, this is the best thing I had today. This is so freaking good. The cheese is toasty, melty, creamy, a little nutty. And because there's so many different types of cheese in here, there's mozzarella, there's fontina, there's Asiago, Parmesan, so you're getting so many different textures and flavors from the cheese. A little stretchy, a little creamy nuttiness. Oh, this is so good. Onions adds a little crunch and a bit of sweetness. So much nice earthy flavor from the mushrooms and the truffle oil. Wow. There's no comparison. This has got to be one of the best supermarket pizzas out there. It's about as perfect as a frozen pizza can get. I mean, forget that Target logo. There should be a giant one of these hanging up in front of the building. That crust is so crispy and nice too. Wow, I'm so impressed by that pizza. If this was available when I worked there, I'd be putting that employee discount to use. Anyway, breakfast started off a little slow. Start picking up with the Korean pot stickers. Those are basically bulgogi dumplings. And those might even be better than the bibigo dumplings I love. This pizza though, definitely the best thing I had this morning. I got a lot of leftovers to finish up probably for lunch. So I think I might need a reload at Target today. So I'm gonna finish eating and I'll see you then. Okay, back at Target. Gotta grab some stuff for dinner. Street pan nacho sounds good. 15 minutes. I've never tried sushi at Target before. Never knew sushi existed at Target before. Let's give it a go. Whoa, it's like only one cookie in here. Frosted sugar cookie. Baked in store. Sounds good. Whoa, okay, so there's this whole ready to heat section. I didn't see this yesterday. So there's Target chicken enchiladas, chicken Alfredo. There's Target brand pastas and raviolis. Okay, you know what? This chicken enchilada looks good. Let's get this. A lot of these shelves are completely empty. So you can see the meat section, the grill night right there, that's all empty. Even here, most of this is empty. So there's not a lot of it. There's some Panera stuff, some chicken salad, mac and cheese, tikka masala. There's also 3 cheese meatball, grilled chicken breast skewers. Maybe some chicken meatballs too. I know this is not a Target brand thing, but look at this, cherry lime Sprite. I wonder if these little mini pizzas are as good as the big ones. That mushroom pizza was so good. Let's try this, the pepperoni version. Wow, they got a lot of different flavors. Spinach and goat cheese, plant-based prosciutto and arugula, tomato and arugula. There's pepperoni and sausage. Wow, they got a lot of dressing too. Asian style, sesame vinaigrette, Hawaiian style, sweet pineapple, ginger, Portuguese style, peri-peri, tandoori. I think I got enough for dinner though. Whoa. This looks awesome. Hot honey with crisp chili.
A few moments later.
Wow, never thought in my life I would ever be eating freshly prepared sushi from Target. But here we are. There's salmon nigiri and salmon avocado sushi, what looks like fried onions on top. That's a lot of rice in that nigiri. Oh, way too much rice. Everything is good except for the sushi rice itself. The sushi rice is a bit mushy and there is just so much of it. Other than that, the salmon is delicate, it's fatty, it melts in your mouth. It tastes nice and fresh. The fish component is actually really good. Maybe they should have just tried for a sashimi platter, but the rice is absolutely horrible. And I've had sushi from a lot of different supermarkets. Sushi rice speaking, this is definitely the worst one. It's not even close. That sushi rice was definitely more congee than sushi rice. Now, dinner is gonna be this, sheet pan nachos. I actually really liked how the shepherd's pie turned out in 15 minutes. I mean, I think if I actually put that thing in the oven, it would've turned out even better. So, sheet pan nachos. Inside, there is taco dip, Mexican style cheese. There's tortilla chips, a can of corn, and a can of black beans. Kinda wish there was a package of ground beef in this one as well. Meatless nachos. Let's do this. This one was really simple. I mean, it took probably less than 15 minutes to cook this. So you just put down the tortillas, the corn, the beans, the cheese, pop in the oven for about 5 minutes. When it comes out, it says to drizzle on the taco sauce. There's no way to drizzle the taco dip onto these nachos. It doesn't drizzle. It will blop, but it won't drizzle. I would prefer some meat on this, obviously, some ground beef. Oh, if I didn't finish the rotisserie chicken, I could have put that on there. That would have been pretty good. I think some meat on this would have been pretty good, but actually, it doesn't taste too shabby. The corns are popping and sweet, beans are good. This taco dip is not bad. Creamy, a little spicy. I mean, in a pinch, this is not bad nachos. I do think they could have easily made this better. Like on the picture, there's tomatoes, there's cilantro, jalapenos. So I thought that was in there. So I guess make sure you look at all the ingredients that's included. And I think if they included guacamole, this would have been so much better. These Target dinners and minutes, they kind of feel like a pretty much a no-frills, whatever good and gather ingredients laying around, let's put it together and come up with some kind of meal. The two dinners I've had, the shepherd's pie, the nachos, they could have been a lot better. They're still not bad. I think if Target actually gave this more of a thought, they can make these things pretty darn good. I mean, right now, all the bags are 15 minutes. I wouldn't mind spending 20, 25, 30 minutes cooking something that's way better than this. I wonder if all the ingredients that's in this bag, if I bought them separately, if they would be cheaper or more expensive or the same price. I'm kind of curious about that. I think I'll go find out tomorrow. In the meantime, this is a good sized dinner.
A few moments later.
Hi, it's about 9:35 p.m. Just got back from the gym, so I'm not gonna eat a lot for dinner. Let's try out this pizza. I really wanna try this out because I wanna dip it in this, the hot honey with crispy chili. I think these two will go very well together. And I just noticed, so apparently this pizza is made in Italy. Maybe that's why they're all so good. Ah, this is looking good. The crust looks crispy. The pepperoni looks delicious. It's an awesome pizza. The crust is crispy, light, and airy. The sauce is good. Cheese is okay. Not as stretchy as I thought it would be. Pepperoni's definitely delicious. It's a solid pizza. It's not as good as the mushroom pizza from yesterday though. That one's a 10 out of 10. This one, I say 7.5. It came with a couple packs of hot honey. Let's try this first before I break out my hot honey with crispy chili. Sprinkle on some hot honey. Definitely better with some hot honey. I think in general, all pizza is better with hot honey. Ooh, that hot honey has a little delayed kick. Yeah, you feel it right in the back of your tongue. Not very spicy, but good flavor. Now let's try this. Ooh, this might be some potent stuff right here. Oh my gosh. It doesn't even drizzle out like honey. This texture is more sauce than honey. Wow. Oh yeah. This is some potent stuff. This tastes more like sweet and sour sauce than honey. I would actually not be able to guess that there's any honey in here. This just tastes like sweet and sour sauce with a strong kick. I think I prefer the packaged hot honey that came with the pizza. I think this sauce is probably gonna be a lot better for things like chicken nuggets or chicken tenders. Not as good on pizza. I was really excited for this too. All right, I'm gonna finish my dinner. I'll see you for breakfast. Chili mac and cheese. This looks good. So my question's always been, what if I bought the ingredients separately? So right now, the chili mac and cheese is $16.99. Let's go find all the ingredients. Wow, I know this has nothing to do with that meal prep kit, but look at this ghost pepper chicken noodle. Actually, let me just get a spicier version here. Beans, $1.99. $1.49 diced tomatoes, mac and cheese $4.79, and $1.99 for the triple cheddar. $7.49 for the meat. Wow! So if you buy the ingredients individually, it actually comes out more expensive than if you just get this whole thing. That means this is a pretty darn good deal. Good morning. breakfast is gonna be chicken enchilada, 3-cheese chicken meatballs, chicken tikka masala. I'm really excited about this one. And we'll try this little microwave pizza. At first glance, these look and smell like really cheesy, delicious enchiladas. So it's a couple of shredded chicken enchiladas sitting on top of Mexican style rice with some hatch green chili sauce on top. The rice, not bad on the rice. It's fluffy, it's fragrant, it's seasoned nicely. The parts with the gooey melty cheese is rich and delicious. The enchilada, the enchilada's good. Very, very soft corn tortillas with even softer, tender chicken stuffed inside. Oh yeah, a little bit of subtle sweetness from the tortilla. The hatch chili sauce is delicious. It's zesty with a little bit of heat, and that is nicely balanced by the melty, creamy cheese that blankets the top. Wow. This is really, really good. 3 minutes in the microwave. It's rich, it's gooey, it's spicy. The enchilada texture is perfect. The rice texture is perfect. It's a phenomenal microwave dish. Be even better with some hot sauce. So I picked up this dish thinking it was meatballs over pasta. Nope, just meatballs. I should have read this more carefully, I guess. Perfect to enjoy with pasta, or in subs, or as appetizer. You catfished me again, Target. This is my chicken tikka masala. Now I'm wondering if there's rice in here. No, there's not. Oh, man. But this one doesn't even tell you that there's no rice. But you know what? It's okay. I'm Asian. I always have backup rice. I always keep backup rice around. You never know. Got my tikka masala, got the meatballs, got my rice. All right, let's try this. The flavor's good. The chicken is so dry. That is far cry from a Trader Joe's tikka masala, which always comes out perfect. The chicken is always tender and delicious. It's definitely very rich and fragrant. The flavors are deep. The masala's delicious. The chicken though, small pieces I feel like are okay, but the big ones like this, yeah, I bet this is gonna be dry. Oh, dry and tough. Wow, that's hard to swallow. I mean, you can see how dry the chicken is right here. I mean, it's still edible just because of how good the sauce is. Chicken itself, horrible. Let's try this. The 3-cheese chicken meatballs. I gotta tell you, don't really taste the cheese. It kind of just tastes like a herby chicken meatball. The good thing is the meatball is pretty tender, but don't really taste the cheesy element at all. No. Maybe a tiny, tiny bit. It's definitely not very delicious. I'm gonna dunk it into my tikka masala. Get all that sauce up in there. I still don't love the texture of these meatballs, but flavor-wise, that was a lot better. 1 for 3 this morning. Microwavable, uncured pepperoni traditional crust pizza. 100% satisfaction guarantee, or your money back. Does the other packages have that guarantee? Nope, and no. Now I'm kind of hopeful. This is a pretty good microwave pizza. Second best thing I had this morning outside of the enchiladas. Crust is toasty, pepperoni's good. Tons of melty cheese on here. Different types of cheese. There's some mozzarella, there's some Parmesan for a little nuttiness. And you can definitely taste both of the cheese on this pizza. It's not just mixed together in an unrecognizable goo. You taste the two distinct flavors of the cheese. It's really good quality pepperoni. For something that cooks up in 3 minutes in a microwave, pretty darn good. I think the takeaway from this morning is, if you're getting microwavable food from Target, the enchilada is good, the pizza is good, and make sure, read the ingredients list carefully, or you might just become a Food Catfish Target. And I feel like it's the mini size pizza of the bigger one I got yesterday. For some reason, this one tastes a lot better. Better seasoning, the cheese is better, more cheese on this one than on the bigger one. I don't understand. This is the better pizza. All right, dinner time. And dinner is gonna be these lobster mac and cheese bites that I forgot about. I got these petite quiche collections. So there's 4, 3 cheese and onion, there's spinach and Swiss cheese, and mushroom and pepper. And I'm really excited about this. Chili mac and cheese. I got a good feeling about this one right here. Smells very good. This is yummy. This thing came out nice and crispy on the outside. You can definitely taste the lobster. It is very rich though, so I'm gonna add a dab of this honey mustard with crisp chili sauce. For anything really rich and fried, this sauce is not bad. It's not the greatest sauce because it is a little overly vinegary. Yeah, I definitely should not have tried to put this on pizza, but on fried foods, not too shabby. The quiches just finished cooking. So there's 3 different quiches. This should be the 3 cheese and onion. Oh. This is awesome. Oh my God. That was one of the lightest quiches I've ever put in my mouth. The crust is so flaky and light and airy. Inside, a little bit of eggs. That last one was incredibly cheesy. You taste the onions, get a nice crunch from the onions. You get that bit of sweetness from the onions. The flavor is absolutely delicious. This is the spinach and Swiss cheese. Wow, just as good as the last one. You can see how flaky the crust is. Inside, all the ingredients are accounted for. There's tons of spinach. The eggs are nice and fluffy. A bit of nuttiness and added richness from the Swiss cheese. I think I still like the 3 cheese more, but that one's definitely delicious. This is the mushroom and pepper. Wow. The pepper tastes like somebody chopped it up and added into the quiche 5 minutes before it went into the oven. These taste like they were made in-house by somebody, fresh, right before it was cooked. The pepper is crunchy, juicy, adds a nice smokiness to the quiche. The eggs are so light. The eggs are about as light as the crust. I'm not a quiche fan. I probably only liked 1 quiche I've had in my whole life. This is now the 2nd. I would keep this stocked in my freezer. If you have guests over and you serve this and you told them you made it right before they came, unless they know you're a horrible cook, otherwise they believe you. Definitely follow the directions. It's so easy to cook. 14 minutes and you'll have quiche that tastes like it was cooked by some professional chef. 100% recommend. Chili mac and cheese is done. So this thing, it says it takes about 15 minutes to cook. That sounds about right. First you brown the ground beef and then add in the beans and the tomatoes while the macaroni and cheese is cooking in the microwave. Then you add the macaroni and cheese. Then you add the cheese. Then you get this. It's very, very gooey and cheesy. It's incredibly rich. I do really like the sweet burst of juice from the tomatoes. Also, I'm happy I got the spicy version of the beans because even this right now, it's not very spicy. So I think if I just stuck with the mild beans, this would be a little more boring. Macaroni is good, the beef is good. It's not a bad dish. And a pan of this will definitely feed at least 3 people for sure. This reminds me of a better tasting Hamburger Helper. And I used to be absolutely addicted to Hamburger Helper, especially when I was living by myself and I love ground beef. Yeah, Hamburger Helper was a huge helper. Yeah, this pretty much tastes like that. Really rich, gooey, cheesy, and very beefy chili mac and cheese. I think it tastes good. All right, I think I only have 2 or 3 food items left from Target. This is definitely more than enough for dinner, so we'll eat those for breakfast.
The next day.
Hey, good morning. Got my water boiling. Gonna drop these raviolis in, and then I'm gonna try out these beef and jalapeno mini empanadas. Also, I totally forgot about this cookie that I bought. Oh my gosh. And then I'm hoping the ravioli will go good with this tomato, basil, and garlic sauce. So this is burrata lemon zest and herb. This is a 10 out of 10 ravioli. This ravioli is incredible. Oh my gosh, this is so good. First of all, if you follow the instructions, the pasta is at a perfect doneness. Inside, melty, creamy cheese. It's herby, it's zesty. This is some restaurant quality ravioli right here. The tomato, basil, and garlic sauce, it's not bad. Definitely brings a bit of sweetness and a lot more zest to the ravioli. I feel like this ravioli though, even if you're eating it on its own or just sprinkle some Parmesan on here, it's gonna be just as good. You don't need to do much with this ravioli. It's so freaking delicious on its own. That's such a great fragrant herby flavor inside this ravioli. And you can 100% taste the lemon zest. Wow, like I said, 10 out of 10, bravo to this ravioli. Next up, empanadas. Ooh. This is great. Wow. This is delicious. It's stuffed full of flavor. There's beans, corn, peppers, jalapenos. The beef is wonderfully soft. This whole thing is juicy too. Nice and toasty on the outside. Oh, this is so good. This is one of the best things from Target. These are little pouches of pure happiness. Oh my God. They're spicy and flavorful. The texture is fantastic. It's beefy, a little smoky. Wow. 100% going back to Target to get more of this. This is a must get. Trust me, I know my dumplings. One bite of this, you're gonna be happy. Your day's gonna be better. Your stress is gonna disappear just a little bit because nothing much you can focus on with this much flavor in your mouth. And this is spicy too. Make sure you can tolerate the heat. I'm glad I ate the ravioli before this because ravioli is gonna be a little more mild. This is just a flavor bomb. Oh my God. Oh well. All right, had to get at least one thing from the Target bakery. Sugar cookie. This has been sitting in my fridge for a couple days, so not gonna be as good as the first day it was made. This is a delicious, delicious cookie. Wow. The frosting is light and pretty soft and creamy. I think there's some brown sugar syrup drizzled on top. This is a good cookie. 3 for 3 for food today. I think overall the past few days, my favorite things. Number 1, the mushroom truffle pizza. Incredible, you gotta get it, try it. You'll love it, unless you hate mushrooms. Although I don't know why, they're just a bunch of fun guys. The Korean dumplings, basically bulgogi dumplings, incredible. Let's see, I jotted this down so I wouldn't forget. Oh, roast chicken is seasoned, it's delicious, it's so much better tasting than the Costco roast chicken. A little more expensive, much more flavor. The crab rangoon's good, the quiche is incredible. And then of course from today, the ravioli, the empanadas, and that sugar cookie. That'll definitely make your day a lot sweeter, both figuratively and literally. Oh, also I like the chicken enchiladas. And the meals in the bag, they're not the greatest, but in that pinch, if you're in a rush to make dinner, it's not bad. Again, I've never been to a Target like the one I was at before, and it's pretty interesting interesting eating all the Target food for the last few days. There was definitely none of this Good and Gather stuff. Every day, only thing I could have for lunch is the Pizza Hut pizza. But yeah, Target's got some good stuff and some bad stuff, but a lot of good stuff. So hopefully this video has been helpful the next time you go shopping at Target for food. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.